Hey guys, and welcome to game number 62 out of 100 of my rematch against the AI-powered Scrabble BestBot. After a nice blowout win on Monday, looking to repeat that today and bring this match to within 4 games, currently trailing by 5 games through 61. And it's going to be a good start for me. I will be bingoing, I have to imagine, regardless of what BestBot plays. I've got a bunch of 7s here like Telepot and Altoist. Plenty of 8s, too, that could potentially play, like Tailcoat, Totalize, Tortilla, many others as well. So just going to kind of wait and see what the bot decides to do, and then go from there as far as figuring out what our best bingo is. Panty, all right, probably just Totality then to the Y. Is that better than double-doubling through the A? If I can even double-double through the A? Yeah, right, because double-doubling through the A would be 78. Tailcoat and Coattail don't even double-double. Yeah, I mean, Totality is 83. That's just better. Like, that's actually a good little tip there, guys, if you're in a tournament or some other time pressure situation like that. If you see that Totality scores 83, you don't even have to look for a double-double, because even if it's there, it's going to be worse. Like I said, any double-double, by definition, is going to be 78 points. You're going to have 7 one-pointers in a blank. That's 7 times 4 is 28, plus 50 is 78. It doesn't matter what the word is. It's going to score 78. So there is just no compelling reason here to sacrifice 5 points. So just once you see Totality, just play it. Like, you don't... I spent 18 seconds, and in a tournament, I probably would have spent even less, honestly. I was talking for part of that time. It's just not a turn that's worth spending more on. You know, once you see Totality, you can't possibly score more. It's fine positionally. So just do it. You know, you don't need to prove to anybody that you found every possible bingo. You just need to find the best one. And Totality is, by definition, best or close enough to best that it's not worth spending more time. So just a little tip there for time management for those interested. Gift for 19. All right, what do I have here? A couple Bs. A little bit of a clunky rack, but certainly could be a lot worse. Looking at BD over here, it looks solid. It's 24 points. APT is fine as a leave. Wouldn't mind getting rid of the second B, but I don't see a great way to do that. I don't really think I want to play Bib. I mean, it's fine, but ADIT is not all that great. So I don't think I'm going to give up 6 points to play Bib over BD here. It doesn't quite feel like it's worth the sacrifice to me. Yeah, I mean, I just don't see how I'm going to score more than that. It's a nice overlap. What I don't love is how this T-line is becoming kind of annoying to block. I mean, it's not that hard to block, but it's hard to block while scoring more than like 8 points. So I don't love how that's shaping up, but I think that's okay. Interesting draw here. A bunch of A's and a bunch of S's. Need an M for mastabas. That would be a pretty cool low probability word to get down. I don't think I have anything through an N or a P, and I certainly don't have anything through a fourth A. Don't have like a Vodavad or something. Graduate, okay. So no M for me, unfortunately, but it is what it is. Probably want to get rid of... I mean, I might just play Ba here for 20. Is it crazy to do this? Setting up my S. Or my S's, I should say. It's interesting. It's worth considering. I mean, there are still 2 S's left, and the bot just turned over 7. Against a human player, the drawback with this is they'd be 100% sure you have an S, because they'd be like, otherwise, if he didn't have an S, why wouldn't he just play Ba for more and not giving back the hook? So it's a dead giveaway you have an S, and that means they're probably going to just block, but they might have to sacrifice a lot to block if they don't have an S, so it's not necessarily a bad thing. It is tempting. I mean, there's a lot of upside to setting up that hook, especially with 2 S's. What that means, too, is I can often just bail out of a clunky rack with, you know, let's say I draw a V and I want to get rid of it. I can just play VATS for like 30 and clean up my rack nicely. I'm kind of tempted to do this, because even if it overlaps with O, but often isn't going to entirely block, there's, you know, I'm only giving up 2 points. It's not a lot to give up. There's just a lot of upside to doing that versus playing Ba, or I guess also Bas if I want to get rid of one of my S's, but I don't know. I feel like I have 2 S's. I should at least use that to my advantage. It's a bit of a risk, but the odds are still against. Like, what are the odds that the bot has one of the S's? It just drew 7 out of a bag of 67 when it drew, so not exactly, but it's only roughly 7 times 2 over 67. That's like 20%. Yeah, I think this is the play. I think it is. That was not a good draw, unfortunately. Need an R for sautoirs now. And the bot does kind of block with koi. Okay. So now I got to decide, do I want to... Yeah, this is so bad. Keeping SU. I can't imagine there's anything with 2 S's worth playing. Kois and Abbas. Do I really play Stowai keeping SU for 25 points? That just seems awful. What else am I going to do? I can't score anything. Can I get rid of SOU for more than like 10? Not really. Huh. I mean, I could, I guess, do this for 8. Do I do this? Maybe? I mean, SU is just not all that great. I don't know. I don't really like fishing like this in general. As you guys surely know by now if you've been watching my channel for a long time. But this is a pretty nice leave. There's still 11 E's left, I might add as well. That's a lot of E's. E's would really help here. I don't know. I kind of want to do it. And if I don't hit, I can always just play with Abbas the next turn, I guess. Yeah, I think there's enough of a chance to hit. I think I'm going to do it. Hopefully I don't regret this. I shouldn't regret this, because, yeah, I have Aristos, Aorists, and Satori's. Satori's here, probably best for 81. Alright, Satori's still probably best. I mean, I don't see any way I'm going to score that many points elsewhere. So let's do it. Okay. Knife or something like that. We'll see. Knives to the S. It's actually fairly defensive. Not up all that much. We'll see what the bot does. MI was a bit of a fishy play, so I could conceive that the bot might bingo this turn, but we're just going to have to wait and find out. I guess I could play something with 4 or hour. Levied. Interesting. For 30 points. I mean, this is the first play that jumps out, but that creates such a massive S-hook that's really difficult to block. Oh, man. I mean, is it that much better than everything else, though? Like, I might have to do it. I'm not really up much. Yeah, this is horrible, that leave. I might just have to do it. It's 39 points. I hate creating those kind of hooks like that. They're so hard to block, though. I really hate it. Nah, that's too risky, especially with a Q and an X unseen. That doesn't really solve my problems. I mean, I just can't give up 15 points. Like, I'm not up that much. If I were up 100, then I probably would do something like knife, but being only up like 30-ish after my play, maybe a little more if I do play key, I can't do that. I'm far from running away with this game. There's nothing here. Yeah, I mean, KHI is just so much better than everything else equity-wise, right? Like, unless I'm missing something, like I said, I really hate making these kind of plays, guys. I really hate it, but I don't know what else I'm going to do. It's just too many points. And I could also just be lucky and draw an S. That always helps. I mean, it's not so much that I was immediately worried about the bot bingoing with keys. Like, it just drew 6 tiles that had a fairly random rack. It was more just, it becomes a long-term liability that I have to worry about. And when you're the player with a lead, that's not a good thing. It was more a long-term issue than a short-term issue, why I didn't like that play. It also creates a hook for ski, which is not really a bingo threat, but definitely a scoring threat. I could certainly play foins for 38. Not anymore. Okay. Do I just play ponies Maybe. It's 38 points. Oh, just played Wen for 10. I realized only scored 10 there. That's interesting. Okay. Do I have anything here? I mean, I have Inoki. That leave is bad, though. FP don't go well together at all. Is Finos good like this? I don't think so, right? Oh, man. Maybe it is. I haven't reviewed my 6s that aren't related to a 7 or a 5 in a long time. I'm just not sure, honestly, guys. And look, even if it is, Ponies has a merit, right? It makes bingoing harder there because now I can't put an E, or my opponent can't put an E in front of the P. The P is a lot harder to overlap than the F. Yeah, the P is better to keep, so Finos is a little bit better still, but given I'm not sure of it, in fact, I have some significant doubts about whether it's good, I think I'm thinking of Winos now that I think of it. Yeah, I don't actually think Finos is good. I'm back to thinking it's not good. I'm certainly not going to risk it against BestBot. I'm going to play Ponies. I think at this point, given I have a lead, it's better to just cash in, especially after a fishy play like Wen that suggests it might have the S and be going for it. All right. Need an ER for Wonderful or Underflow. Probably not going to get it. This is not a great rack with the UW, but I'll be able to work through it. Maybe something like Woeful. WOFUL. Even something like Flow. There are still 8 E's unseen, so plenty of opportunity to draw into something better. I'm up 78 points, which is nice, but still a lot of opportunities to score. Oh, maybe just unfold here. That looks nice and defensive. Ooh, but this takes a front O for Oder. It's another play I don't really want to do. Like, it's impossible almost to block without an O. I guess not impossible. I could play next to the O and the L here, but, like, it's really annoying. Yeah, do I really want to create that? There are 2 O's left. It's not that easy to start with an O for a longer word, but it's possible. And again, it's just this long-term thing I'm going to have to keep worrying about. Like, I hate doing that. Oh, boy. For 7. That actually makes me want to do unfold more. Because the most likely bingo spot is next to our, surely. Right? Or is it? There are actually very few hooks for our left. Like, let's look at this pool here. T for Tor, S for Sour, L for Lour, and that's it. That's still got to be the most likely bingo spot, though, right? Much more likely than next to Ponies. I guess there's the T on top. But I'm not blocking the T. I have to sacrifice too many points. Yeah, it's either... I mean... I do like that Unfold also plays off 6 tiles. Gives me some more chances at some of the better tiles in the bag. Yeah, that Oder hook could be annoying. I don't know, guys. I don't know. I mean, maybe yeah, but see, I can't do this because then it gives a huge bingo line next to the O and the W. So that's a no-go. Huh. Do I just play Woeful here? I don't really want to just let the bot bingo next to our. I feel like I should... There's still a lot of value in decreasing its bingo percentage. It's not likely to have a bingo starting with an O. I'm going to do this. And that's part of why I did that. I wanted to maximize my chances at getting some of the good stuff the bot might not already have. So I see the blank, which is nice. It also scores well. Puts me up 100 points. All right, so it was going for the T. Hits Trecento. Yeah, like there's one O left. But it's just not a... I think the thing with Oder, right, it's just not a huge threat. It's not that easy to hit something there. A Wee looks like a word I'd be very interested in playing here. AWEE. I just don't know where I'm going to do that for any points, even at all. If I want to block Oder, I could play U here, though. Let me not do that. U for 20 points, keeping AAE. Fairly constant heavy pool, though, so AAE is not bad. I think that's very reasonable. If I can't find a good spot for Aoi or Aw, I guess there's also a way for 23. Very reasonable play as well. Definitely a bit better on equity. I guess the question is, would I rather block Oder or would I rather block some bingos from the E and the N and the C. The C is honestly probably the biggest threat. It's not easy to start with an E or an N. Yeah, that pool with the H and the R's looks like the C would be the most friendly tile. So there is some value to blocking that. There's also some value into blocking Odor because that is fairly tricky to block. So what do I do here? Does this doesn't give back all that much in terms of scoring. There's not a whole lot that's going to really hurt me under NA. I guess something with Nav could score a bit, but nothing crazy. Yeah, it's got to be between Wei and U. The leaves are pretty similar, because with 3 more E's left, actually, AAE is probably just as good. Yeah, I mean, the thing with Odor is it's much harder to hit immediately than the C. I also should probably just realize that the odds of the bot bingoing are slim. There's JQXZ unseen. So I probably shouldn't be that worried about bingos, all things considered. Yeah, I don't know. I kind of think taking out Odor long-term is good. Just, again, it becomes this thing I have to keep worrying about. And I have a pretty decent opportunity to take it out now. And I'm definitely the favorite to bingo after the bot just drew 7 random out of that pool, and I have AAE blank. So I think it's in my best interest to leave the right open, actually. Yeah, I'm playing you. All right, threatening Coeavals from the C. JQXZ all still in the pool. And wouldn't that be something if the bot somehow bingos with, like, Careener here, leaving all 3 in the bag, or all 4 in the bag, I should say. It turns out I got the O for Odor. Is Coeavals my only playable bingo here? It actually might be. I don't see anything from the N. I mean, I gotta do it. I don't think the bot's gonna bingo out. R7 in the bag. I don't love emptying the bag, but I'm not up much. I gotta score. Even if I draw something crazy, even if I draw like JXZ, I probably can still win in the endgame. I'm going to be up 80. Yeah, I got to do this. Yeah, this should be a win. I mean, even if I get caught with one of these, I'm just up too many points, guys. I'm up 83 points. And I'm going to score something. I mean, I can play Jarl or whatever. So regardless of what the bot does, I'm going to have some decent options. I'm not saying I'll be able to get rid of both my J and my Z. I don't think I can play Gs. I'd obviously love to play Gs, but I don't think I can, and I'm sure the bot is not going to just give me a spot. Yeah, I don't know what the bot's best endgame is going to be here, but I expect it's going to take its full 3 minutes, so instead of just waiting for it, why don't we pause the video? Alright, and the bot eventually plays Hung for 21. So, alright, I guess it's going to go out with Oxer or Rexes? If I had to guess. So maybe I just play Zen, right? Why don't I just play Zen? I'm not going to get J-Stug. I have Jarl, I have Jarell. Yeah, I mean, this seems fine. I don't think it's going to slow play with X or something, because then that would allow me to get rid of my J. So it's probably going to just go... Is Oxer really its best out, though? I'd be surprised if Hung and Oxer was the best... What am I missing? Is there some spot to play Rex for a lot? I just want to make sure there's not. Hold on. I don't know. I don't see it. Oh, it's going to slow play. I guess it's going to play there to stop Jarl. Okay, fair enough. So I'll just play Jarell then, I guess, like I planned. Yeah, that's probably prudent. I'm still surprised the math works out better, though, because you let me get rid of the J. So I guess if it had played Oxer, it would have been 12 plus 24. It would have been plus 36. This way, it gets more. So it got 38, 50. Yeah, it got plus 40. All right, netted a couple more spread points. 458, 404. Another good win for us. Definitely another fairly lucky game. Not quite as much of a luck festival as Monday, but got both blanks. Got actually all 4 S's. Wow. Yeah, I did get pretty lucky today. Glad I came away with a win. Good week. Let's take a look. Bot plays Panty. Sacrificing 2 points makes some sense to avoid big Z or X plays. On the overlap, totality clearly fine. Bot plays Gift. BD looks good. Graduate. Yeah, this is one where equity is not going to give a fair reflection of the actual play. I like my play here, because again, even if your opponent knows you have an S, they often have to sacrifice to block or can't effectively block. And the bot didn't even really effectively block here. I mean, Koi is clearly its best play and it's a partial block, but I was still able to eventually hit something starting with the S. Yeah, this was a key play here. Stoai is probably a bit more standard, and it's a little bit more like me, but I just wasn't satisfied with scoring 25 points with this S setup I just worked hard to make and keeping SU. I just wasn't satisfied. I don't know. I was a little greedy here. I wanted more. Maybe I should just play duo? I guess it's 2 more points. I probably should just play duo here. I don't really need that other line. Although the thing is, I might not get something starting with an S, right? So it's nice to be able to end with an S too. I think hour is fine. But duo might just be a little bit more prudent. It's 2 more points. It still gives me a line under TO. It doesn't give the bot such a good line as well. And I have scat, actually. I forgot I had scat. Yeah, duo's better. All right, slight inaccuracy there. Definitely a slight inaccuracy. Those things do add up. Levied keeping the C, huh? Yeah, I guess. The other plays just don't score much. Yeah, all right. At least you open an E for yourself. Yeah, I think this is just too many points, guys. It's 10 equity more than the next best play. Like, these plays... Fed is the only reasonable play here that's not really without risk. It's 4 less. The leave is way worse. Though there are no more eyes left, actually. I didn't consider that. No more eyes. Wow. This leave isn't as bad as it might be under some circumstances, especially with ADs left. Maybe setting up Kev, potentially. If I were up more, I would play Fed. I think at this score, key is still fine. Really? C and ORT, huh? Because there's so many dang E's left, I guess. Wow. This looks so wrong. I mean... Oh, non-graduate. That's cool. Not a good play. Wow. This is a good example, guys, of why you have to be aware of the pool when you're playing Scrabble. Like, normally CNORT is just not a particularly great leave. It's fairly constant heavy, but when there are 9 E's still left, about 2/3 almost of the way through the game, then it becomes a much better leave. All right, yeah, I don't think Poe is prudent at this score. I like ponies here. Finos is indeed no good. I was correct. The bot fishes here, I guess because Trecento just hits so often. I mean, see, I just worry the bot's falling behind, though. I don't know. I might have played Confab here. Like, does this hit other than the E? I guess you hit, like, Enactor on the left with an A, or Coronet with an O. Yeah, you hit bingos with the U, too. Crown it, convert. All right, yeah, sure. I guess this hits enough. Notcher, Jordan. The S obviously hits. So, yeah, it probably hits around 50 to 55%. All right. I guess that's enough. I'm convinced. Flow, I thought about this. Maybe I should have done that. I don't know. I made 2 uncomfortable plays this game. Yeah, Unfold and Kai. Like I said, both of them creating these big hooks that are varying degrees of difficulty in terms of being used, but also both of them very annoying to block. So, questionable play here. Maybe, well, not Flow here. Definitely not. Flown is maybe a little bit more reasonable just because it's a bit harder to use, but 3-way overlaps there are still very playable. Yeah, Willful. I guess really just the end could hurt me there. This is not as crazy as it looks. But again, it becomes a nuisance I have to deal with. I think Unfold is fine. I like turning over a lot of tiles there. But hits Trecento. I missed Ew for 6 more. Honestly, though, with blank in hand, I'm okay with this. There is still an O left. I don't really want to allow stuff, even stuff like, there's orangs and some bingos, which are very rare, but even higher scoring plays like Oxer, I don't really want to allow that if I can help it. I guess that's really not that big a risk. I mean, Oxer is like 40. I can probably get close to that with the X elsewhere. I probably shouldn't really worry about anything other than bingos, honestly. With Over still in the pool too, Overran and stuff, I think there is some value in blocking. Is there 6 points of value? Well, I don't really like this, though, because of Fez. Yeah, I want to give back, like, Rez and Fez. I don't like that play. This I saw. Yeah, I think my play's fine, honestly. The odds of the bot actually having a bingo are very slim from that pool. And it's not like if the bot actually bingos from the C, it's game over or anything. The bot will be up like 30. With JQXZ and me having the blank, I could easily pull into a big play. anyone's game if that happens, but it's not that likely. And as I did, I often just hit a game-ending bingo myself. Yeah, Coeval's only bingo. That's GG. Oh yeah, res here I didn't spot. That's probably slightly better. Yeah, X, as we said, is a little bit better for the bot. So yeah, maybe not an optimal endgame on my part, but good enough. Pretty good game. Couple slight inaccuracies, I think, on my part. Hour over duo, you maybe wasn't quite right, but overall, I'm pretty happy with how I played this one. Definitely drew well this week. So now within 4 games, guys, through the first 62, 29, and 33. So we're clawing our way back. Will we be able to catch up? We'll see. But game 63 will be coming your way Monday next week. Of course, many more videos to come before then. So hope you guys enjoy those. And thank you all so much for watching as always. Really appreciate your support. And I'll catch you soon for the next video. Have a great rest of your day. Bye-bye.